really need to get some music or something. Like,
Commission some music
either
or royalty free.
commission some music, work painlessly through a tune that sounds decent, which is a lot more work, well, a lot more work said than done, or yeah, or royalty free. Let's see, promotion. I'm just gonna pop it into promotions.
Okay.
Wait.
Got the stars loudly purring.
Oh, cute little bean.
Yeah. Being a little squeezy. Squeezy cat. Let's get my updates out here too. Update. Send skeet. And send tweet.
Yay.
And send tweet.
Okay, so I am going to be focusing on this. I'm going to maybe. I gotta change some of these tones later down the line. Because these tones have got to go. Like, it's too red. I think maybe if I'm going to add something. Maybe. Hear me out.
30 layers.
Oh. I've had much worse. I don't do the whole. You only put a limited amount of layers. No. We do not do that here. We do not count layers.
That is not how we play in Butterfly House.
No. Not at all for a single solitary second. And I may have done an oops. There we go. Playing around with tones here. It's important. Feels like it softened it a little bit better.
Yeah. You could add some yellow lighting from the top.
Yeah. I think somewhere around here where you still have the saturation, but it's not as, hello, I'm red. Everything is red.
Yeah.
Have you met my friend Red? And their friends, Red.
I used to know a guy named Lalo in school, and because my parents were trying to give me trying to force me to have like the Bengali accent, I knew a couple of words in Bengali, and one of them was the color for red, which is lal.
Mm-hmm.
So my nickname for him was Redo.
Goodness. Just gotta remember this is layer 32. That is way too light for 32. Gosh darn it. I'm trying to add more
Balance.
more balance and more green tones, I think.
Mm-hmm. Green to balance out the red.
Yeah. More cooler tones, if you will.
Yeah. So you've got a good eye for this. Like for me, if I see like a very red scheme, I'll think that was on purpose. I'll think that it's all reddish on purpose.
Mm-hmm. I think that works beautifully because I can kind of make it work for the wood grain.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rebel. Why are you rebelling? Okay. Come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you.
So far, I haven't really seen a drawing, well, a paint program that really stands out to me. Like the closest thing I can say is Pencil 2D, but that's an animating program with painting tools. And even then, like the painting tools aren't super great by themselves.
Right. So far, this is a pretty solid program. It has its kinks. And I think that works a little bit better. But we're gonna have to do like a very fine line here. More of a one thing I also like is how it kind of moves things out of the way when you're trying to paint some of the canvas. It's like, oh,
Oh yeah.
it's a nice little touch.
Hmm.
I think just make it a little bit softer. We're gonna make the stage kind of jut out from here, so what we're
Yeah.
gonna do is maybe do a different layer and then have that stand out.
Hmm. So they kind of walk out from the stage, maybe into a little area with limelights.
Mm-hmm. I wonder. I'm gonna do another layer just in case if I don't like this. No, I don't like how it needs to be going towards you. It needs to be kind of. I don't know if I like that. I don't like that, so I'm gonna delete you. Be gone.
That was an evil layer.
Yeah. We'll add chairs soon, but I feel like it's good to work more on everything else too. We'll add some yellow lights to the tables, maybe a candlelight kind of deal.
Okay.
It needs something, because it
Yeah.
is horribly
Some
dark.
some bright yellow. Yeah.
Alright, I think.
I think you might need to amplify your voice a little bit on your stream.
Uh oh. I am a very soft talker, so.
Add a compressor element
Yeah.
to your microphone.
Okay, so what I'm going to do, well, first of all, most important thing, looks a little bit um, sideways, so we will fix that with the right color. Come on, color set. There we go. We might cover some of this up with curtains.
Okay.
I'm trying to make this as less tilted looking as possible. Because you gotta kind of look on both ends sometimes, because it's really easy to have something slanting one way. Okay, so what I might do Maybe this one. Yeah, that one would work better. So I'm going to do something a little different here. Maybe it's a, oh, why don't I save and deselect? That is way too dark. That might be way too light. Maybe a different type of wood. Maybe it's made from a different type of wood.
Okay.
It's made from the cheaper stuff, but
Mm-mm.
you know, it stands out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to
Deliberately.
deliberate what?
Deliberately.
Mm-hmm. And I'm going to see about mixing this. Hold up. Blend.
Blending paints on the canvas.
Yeah.
Is that a normal practice?
That was a trick that I saw, and I'm like, might not be a bad idea, depending on how well it does.
Hmm.
Okay. Nope. I do like that. I think that one will work. And get out of here. We don't need you. We don't want any. Alright. Close enough.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to block this, change the opacity. This one person pointed at that I was talking about who did all that with the colors and all that.
Mm-hmm.
They also pointed out different colors that were poisonous. There was one that was London purple, and it was
Oh yeah.
basically 50% arsenic. But she compared that to a non-toxic material, and it was called purple ochre,
Hmm.
and it was a iron oxide essentially,
Okay.
a naturally occurring
A
purple, and it
recipe.
was a really pretty lavender color.
Okay. Iron oxide, I would usually associate with a red color.
Mm-hmm. The very rare one, but it looked really pretty, like a lavender color.
More.
She's like, if you want to play with these colors, but don't want the teeny tiny consequence of Horton dying,
Yeah.
I would. Okay, what I'm gonna do is make one side just a little bit darker because the light from the bar is probably making it
Oh yeah.
shine more on one side a little, but not by much. And I'm going a little too dark. Hey. Gonna blend these a little better because, as you can tell, I kind of went for a straight line and then I'm like, you know what? Let's go nuts and just not make it perfect.
Yeah. It would look a little too digital. Suddenly a perfect rectangle in the middle of this painting.
Right. Okay, so. What? Gosh darn it. Where am I? Layer 32. My savior. Ooh. Idea. I'm trying to think. At first I was going with a blue, but I think with the blue it might oversaturate it. I'm thinking, what about an orange? I don't know.
Hmm.
Bright orange. Bright orange. Oh, that's why. That's too bright. I don't know if it stands out enough. Well, that might. But
It's pretty
let's
good.
see how it fares with blending.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Definitely adds light into it, into the stage.
Mm-hmm. We'll cover the sides up with curtain.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, not at that opacity. That is not what I want. I wanted to create a different texture here.
Hmm.
Ooh, that definitely does it, but ooh, maybe not. No, I'm not liking that texture.
Yeah, it seems like it's hard to pick a good brush for it.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, the
Maybe.
much ballyhooed fan brush.
Hmm?
The much ballyhooed fan brush.
Yes. Honestly, I think I kind of like that texture. It adds like a little spottiness to it.
Hmm,
Almost like a velvet carpet kind of deal.
maybe.
I'll paint the back of this just like a dark green. And I think, honestly, maybe a light green curtain.
Okay.
I don't know. It needs something vibrant, don't you think?
Yeah, yeah.
Something to break up the
The stage will be brightly lit while the rest of the bar is relaxed, like a relaxed dim lighting.
yeah. Let's do.
An ideal place for both tired farmers and ranchers to relax their eyes, and broody thieves and assassins to brood in the corners.
Yeah. I think that's good, right? Well,
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little
So
too.
far, so good.
Hold up.
I see that you picked an orangish yellow rather than a green.
Yeah. Well, for the spotlight.
Oh, yeah.
Something a little bit on the soft side. There we go. I think that would work.
Mm-hmm.
And the piano will just be to the side, maybe. If that's the case, maybe just have the curtain drape over one side.
Could work. Like you, from this angle, looking from this angle into the stage, you'd probably only see the curtain on one side.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we're kind of looking into the bar from the entrance.
Mm-hmm. I think I'm going to just go ahead and do like a dark green. Or maybe even, I think I've used enough blue. I don't know. Well, shadows can be kind of a, maybe somewhere in between.
Hello, Ryan Long. Welcome to the stream.
Hello. Doot.
Kind of a refreshing splash of greenish blue, cyan, dark cyan.
Yeah. Okay, maybe curtains on both ends. And yeah, I think I do like, I do kind of like that. Okay,
Hmm.
that's going to be the color for the curtains.
Okay. Oh, the kitten has returned. Hi.
Oh.
Hi, meow meow. You here for scritches or lap time?
There we go. For right now, we are covering up the piano.
Hmm.
highlight area.
Yeah.
But I think that works. And maybe have some very, very faint streakings for, like, I said very faint streakings. So you can see there's something beyond that. At least it's
Yeah.
not a dark abyss.
Yeah. They look like they look like curtains this way.
Or it looks like, well, yeah, curtains could do. Come on, Ravel, why are you acting so weird? Oh, message retracted from that
Huh.
one person.
Oh, yeah.
No biggie.
Seems there's a couple of silent viewers here today.
Yeah, and that's fine. No judgment zone. Lurkers are welcome as long as they're not, here to sell MLMs or something.
Hmm. Or NFTs.
Yep, or cryptocurrency. There will be no crypto pros in my chat, please and thank you.
Yeah. I used to be really, well, not really enthusiastic. I used to be a little bit enthusiastic when crypto was new,
Mm.
just because it involved basically programming your own currency.
Yeah, I think there are some horrors on my end just because I've seen the banking side of things, and I'm like,
Mm.
it's not federally backed.
Hmm.
It's not.
But that's the idea, isn't it? They
Yeah,
want a currency that regulates itself, that backs itself.
but the problem is, without regulation, you have a glorified money mattress.
Hmm. And every time someone launches a currency, it's always a pump and dump scheme.
Yes. You know what? What do you think? One tied back and then one just kind of hanging loose.
Yeah, it gives it kind of a we just finished a show kind of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
We're not we haven't tidied everything up yet. We just finished the show and haven't quite tidied everything up yet.
Yeah.
Kind of a look. That's added a lot more color to the scene there. A lot
Right.
more balance to the scene. You got some cool colors, some warm colors,
Yeah.
some brightness, and a lot of the expected dimness of a relaxed taverny area.
Yeah. I figured purple would be best contrast for this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe not as thick of a line.
You are the proprietor of purple. Looks like it's cooled down enough in the house that Gunstar can curl up on my lap without overheating.
Poor little bean. Apparently, with the whole power situation, there's still some people with no power.
Hmm.
And apparently, in one district, so they basically put the power line so low, a moving truck went over it
Oh,
and got rid of power one way. And they're like, well, if you want power, you have to pay more. And it's like, you were the idiots who put it that low.
yeah, yeah.
Shouldn't be their fault. And I'm sorry, the whole if you want power, this is Houston. There is no if you want power. That is a necessity.
Uh-huh.
The benefits of living in a monopolized power grid system.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I digress.
You mentioned that you have a generator. I wonder if most of the houses around there have generators for times like this.
Like, where I am, the neighborhood was not quiet
Mm.
because there were so many generators running.
Are they like gasoline burning or?
Some were gasoline, some were natural gas, but ours,
Okay.
unfortunately, but it had to be done, was
Yeah, yeah.
gasoline burning.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'll take that over dying in the heat.
Yeah, yeah. Or not having a refrigerator,
Yep.
losing a whole bunch of food.
Although we did lose a lot in the deep freeze, but that's eh.
That
Besides the
is
point,
that one of those top-loaded freezers?
it actually is a it loads like a refrigerator actually,
Oh, okay.
but it comes in handy. Just
Yeah. I
mm,
heard
not right now.
Yeah, I heard that in regions where power outages are common, you'll want to have one of those top-loaded freezers because if they lose power, they'll stay frozen for, I think, 24 hours.
Mhm. It stayed frozen for most of the time, and then Friday it was like, oh, things are thawing, things are
Mm.
thawing. So because of that, we were like, okay, we got to cook it, we got to freeze it,
Yeah,
or we got to toss it, depending on what it is. I mean, I guess it's a good motivator for cleaning it.
yeah.
But rest assured, they said that they wouldn't charge us extra for everything, for energy we didn't use.
Ugh,
Yeah,
they ought to be paying the community for damages caused.
yeah, they should have. Like, still salty about the freeze too.
Hmm.
Like a third of most energy bills here are delivery fees to that company. Anyway, there we go. few spots in this curtain where the light is just ever so lightly. And at the end of the day, it does look more green, but it's got a
Yeah,
nice. It's soft. It's a soft
yeah.
green.
It's a very curtainy green.
Yeah.
Does do a pretty it does do a pretty good job, whether it's Rebel or just how you've learned how to use it. It does a really good job with texturing.
Yeah. I think it's a nice combination of both because this does have some nice texture painting. Need more green for that. I want that sash to kind of show off, well,
Hmm.
show out.
I imagine the curtains are they're on rails, but they have the option to also just tie them back for stylistic,
Yeah,
for just for the look of it.
yeah. I think it's more stylistic choice, but yeah, like
Hmm.
when they're done, they're just like, okay, let's just curl this back. We don't want to clean there. It's like 3 in the morning. The local crazies are still here, and we have to tell them last call, but I don't want to tell them.
I wonder if we should have. I wonder if we should do Earth time in this game.
Hmm.
I've always wanted to play around with time a bit, with time systems, fantasy time systems.
Mm-hmm.
I know Xenoblade X uses a. Oh, actually, yeah, all of the Xenoblades that we've played so far use an Earth time system, and nobody really thinks about it too much.
Mm-hmm. I think one thing though I would say is like certain things like item shops don't have them, you know, time.
Clothes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
be like I'm the night manager, and there might be some eccentric shopkeepers where it's the same person but with a nightcap on.
You ever have you ever watched Rick and Morty?
I have. It's been a while, but you know.
I think one of the recent episodes has them program their sleeping bodies to do stuff, to do chores
Oh
and stuff
yeah,
for them while they're sleeping.
I did watch that one.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. It's like someone's day body and their night body.
Or maybe have twins and,
Oh yeah,
one person actually,
Timmy and Tommy.
yeah. And the only difference is one is wearing a nightcap just because it feels official.
Yeah, also distinguishes them.
Yeah.
I used to know a pair of twins. Well, I'd say I still know them. We just don't talk that often. But there's a pair of they're they describe themselves as fraternal twins that look identical. And I knew that they were like I thought maybe they were born when I first met them. I thought they were just like born a year apart because they look pretty similar, but like they do enough to distinguish each other. Like one of them grows facial hair, and the other one just keeps a short hairstyle on top.
Yeah.
But yeah, like apparently they did do the thing in school where they pretend to be each other.
Ah. See, my cousins couldn't get away with that because around middle school is when they started changing up their hair a little bit more to be more distinguishable.
Mm.
But elementary school, like, if you didn't know them, yeah, you couldn't tell them apart, but if you knew them, one of them even had a different voice. One's face was a little bit more rounder.
Ah.
One had beadier looking eyes. One was more higher pitched. One was lower pitched. So
Okay.
it was so easy to tell. Well, it's so easy to tell them apart.
Hmm.
But
If they weren't, yeah. I guess like it would take. I imagine that if I were a twin, I would just naturally develop some distinguishments from my twin.
Mhm.
Because yeah, like there's, I feel like there's a primal drive to be unique.
Mhm. To be your own person, in a
Hmm.
sense.
Probably, like I imagine it would get real annoying for most twins to be confused for the other twin.
Yeah.
That might drive the individual impulse a bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a microphone stand?
No.
Oh, that's the piano.
Mm-hmm. I figured I like the color of the bar itself.
Hmm. So the piano would be made out of the same wood.
Yeah. We're gonna make it a big upright boy.
Hi.
Precious little bean.
Just heard him warble from the other side of the couch. Oh, Mr. Murbly Warblies. Hi.
But yeah, no. I need to play around with this a little bit better. When in doubt, I know it's probably not the best to zoom into every little thing and look at every little pixel, but my brain goes there.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm doing the map for Too Many. First, I just had I had GIMP just generate a hexagon grid for me. Then I started zooming in on it and doing vague details, and then zooming in on it further and adding to those. And then when it gets too pixelated, instead of zooming in, I just increase the size of I just scale the image up so I can zoom in more.
Like, people may not notice, but I notice.
Mm-hmm.
And that bothers me.
I think that might be why I started looking into vector drawing as well. Because in vectors, you could just zoom in forever.
No, that's way too down. We're covering that spot because I don't feel like actually fixing it.
Just roll the piano over it.
It's fine. It's fine. Pay no attention to the spot on the side. There's just a little bit of void. We don't think about the void here. This is a bar.
Yep. The only void we think about is how empty our bottles are.
Exactly. The only abyss we stare into is the abyss of an empty bottle. That might be an interesting quote to put in. Maybe one
have the barkeep.
Be a little existential, and they're like, "Hold up! The only abyss we look into is the abyss of an empty bottle. Come here."
We didn't. We should probably think about the design of the proprietor of this place. Proprietor or proprietress.
Option to... Ooh, that could present an option to have a gender fluid character.
Yeah.
Maybe, it's one person who on one day looks more masculine.
We could carry over, we could carry over that idea from earlier. That they present masculine during the day and feminine during the night.
Yeah. Might be a good way to have some representation, and also, it sounds fun.
So the black keys go 3, then 2, then 3, then 2. Or are these just the spaces between the white keys?
Well, it's not accurate. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I guess they would be pretty gigantic looking keys from looking way back in the bar. There's no way we're going to fit 88 of those in with that spacing.
Yeah. It's not perfect, but it's coming along.
Yeah. I mean, you can definitely tell at a glance that that is a piano.
Here to play root beer rag or something. I don't know. Okay, maybe not. I don't know.
The maple leaf rag. Or the ragtime dance, I think.
Yeah.
That's the one that I remember. Well, actually, no. The ragtime dance I remember most clearly is the one from Final Fantasy VI. The opera song.
I just remember, what was it, Seth Meyers, who was like, "You don't go to a Billy Joel concert and listen to Root Beer Rag." That was one of his instrumentals, essentially.
Okay.
And it's just it sounds like something you'd hear at a bar.
Yeah.
Like an old-timey bar.
Yeah. I think Scott Joplin's ragtime tunes are public domain. I'm not totally sure about that. So we could use those ragtime songs if we wanted. I'd probably want to come up with some interesting lore as to why these songs are very similar to Earth songs.
I don't know about that. That might be a little too cheesy, though.
We could just say it was coincidence.
Here we go. I think fixing the edge here
Mm.
because it's kind of it's kind of in a weird tilt. No, that's too pink. Hmm. No, that's too grainy. Fan brush? Fan brush failed me. It's too grainy.
Can you adjust the graininess?
I can by adjusting the size, but
Mm. Makes more work for you.
I don't need a lot. But yeah, that's too stringy, for
Yeah.
example. Do like that to a fault. Maybe not that saturated. Maybe more on the pinker side of things, though. Because I did like how the pink kind of softened.
Hmm. Yeah.
We'll add a touch of yellow because the light. But I do
Of course.
like how the pink it dresses it up a little.
Hmm. Like it's made of the same wood, but like given just a subtle stain of pink.
Yeah. And we're gonna do like a line, just a small faint line to just have trim here because good pianos have trim,
Mm.
or at least they should have trim. Gosh darn it, I messed up this. Come on, color wheel. No. Ah,
Where is the color wheel?
there it is. It's sometimes. And the color wheel
Sometimes gets a
is.
little fiddly.
Yeah. And now it's not responding. Okay, let me save.
Yes.
Because it is acting wonky as all sin.
I was practicing some rate topology yesterday, and I don't remember what I. Oh wait, no, I do remember. I was trying to retopologize like round parts of the body,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought maybe if I do one edge loop around just the base of the round part, and then do a grid fill, and then snap all of the vertices to the closest edge or to the closest face,
Mm-hmm.
then that would sort of shortcut retopologizing it. And it kind of worked, but at the same time, like trying to slide relax it so that the vertices would be evenly spaced quads, make evenly spaced quads, um, made the shape look really wonky. So I thought this is too many steps to undo. I'll just revert it. And when I reverted it to the last save was like 3 hours before when I
Oh.
was still doing the basic body edge loops.
Oh no.
Yeah, I'm glad that we got a save in before any disasters happened.
Yep.
But we should have like a 5-minute timer or something. Wait, does Rebel do auto saves?
whenever a program does that, sometimes makes the program run worse.
Okay. I know Scribus does autosaves, and it shows a little what looks like a chess timer in the corner while it does. Let's see. I have set a timer for 5 minutes. When it beeps, then we save.
Probably not a bad idea. Probably not a bad idea at all. Have a nice trim. Nice even trim. I should really do like a light yellow. Like a very faint yellow.
For the light shining down.
Yeah. Looks too muddy with that. Oop. Might work. It's a little bit spottier, so. Really should have put the trim on another layer, but
It's kind of like, I feel like this brush setting is more for like the sparkly lights off of a lake.
yeah.
Sparkling lights off the surface of the lake, of a lake.
I think that works a little bit better.
And Arena?
Hey.
Yeah. Hi, Anna.
Well,
Play the pie, Anna. Like from a Bugs Bunny cartoon. I vaguely remember Bugs Bunny characters saying it like that. Yeah.
oh.
I remember back when I was very little, my parents put me and my sister through piano classes, and we would get to grade 10 or so, but I feel like our skill just, like, I'd say maybe after grade 4 or so, it really just felt forced.
Hmm.
Like it wasn't really us playing the piano anymore. It was their tiger parenting that was playing piano through us.
Mm.
Nowadays, I think if I wanted to pick up an instrument, it would probably be the flute, mainly because of Xenoblade 3.
We've moved the piano a little bit further because it's covering the spot.
Yeah.
I think that works.
Mm-hmm.
What we're gonna do?
Tiger parenting is a very it's where parents expect they raise their kids in such a way that they expect to be like prodigies and getting scholarships and awards and stuff like that, and just make them the smartest, strongest, uh, bestest kids ever, with no regard for letting the kids just have fun and be kids. It's very aggressive and destructive. I mean, there's some kids that take to it, I guess. Like I want to say like my cousin, one of my cousins, is super successful because he was very receptive to tiger parenting, I guess. So he, like everything that his parents pushed him to do, he just did.
Hmm.
I wonder, I wonder if he's happy where he is.
Whoops. See, there is one problem with, adding so many layers.
Starts to lose track of where certain elements are.
Mm-hmm. Just a little. It's a minor inconvenience.
Yeah. Money can't buy happiness, but it can buy things that activate your brain's reward center. Yeah.
Can't buy happiness, but it can buy some things that make you happy. Maybe.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind being able to buy some things.
It can buy food, it can buy bed sheets, it can buy,
Air conditioners.
air conditioners, yes. I would like to argue those who say money can't buy happiness is already, they have everything.
Yeah, they have lots of money.
Yep.
And well, and in a lot of the cases, they're like a lot of the people who say money can't buy happiness are also the people saying give 10% of your money to me, 10% of your income to me.
Yeah. There we go. I think that it's working. There we go. You have done the
Added some
stage.
color balance. We've added some color balance to the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Finished up the stage.
I promise I
Yeah,
will work on fine tuning, but honestly, I think that should be it for today.
yeah, totally. We've gone for 64 minutes.
Yeah. Alright, thank y'all for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Please be sure to follow Cumulative on YouTube and Twitter and Blue Sky.
Yay.
And yeah, keep posted because we do art streams every now and again and game dev streams as well.
Mm-hmm.
So thank y'all and goodbye.
Bye.
Green pen.